change. No matter what the odds are this time, nothing's gonna stand in my way. This flame in my heart is like a long lost friend. Feels every thought's free to light at the end. Standing tall on the wings of my dreams. Rise and fall on the wings of my dreams. Rain and thunder, the wind and haze, I'm bound for that day. My life, my dream, nothing gonna stop me, nothing gonna stop me. My life, my dream, nothing gonna stop me now. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Hi, y'all. Why am I in such a great mood? Well, it's my birthday week. Ooh, dust. Ooh, it's my birthday week. I'm not going to tell you how old I'm going to be. I'm actually taking a red eye tonight to Chicago, home, sort of, Midwest. So I'm going to see my mom and maybe some cousins. Oh, actually, no, I will see some cousins. And a ton of friends are flying in for me. Friends who I've not seen in like 3-4 years. So, and then my favorite wine bar in the neighborhood gave me this Prosecco as a birthday present. So let's have some. Thank you, Allie. Thanks. Yeah, I'm getting started early. My birthday is not until Sunday, which is on Michael Jackson's birthday. So this is for Michael too. Yeah. So I'm taking a red eye tonight. So it's going to be an all-nighter. So why not get started, shall we? Bartender skills. I hope this is a dry Prosecco. I'm sure it is. Barbara never lets me down. Shout out to Barbara Grata. All right. Cheers. I'm glad I had a sandwich earlier. Yeah. Oh, what saw you? Allie, thank you. Let's shout out to Allie. I love this lady. Brooklyn born, thank you, sir. Thank you. Uh, Nothing, man. I'm all packed, ready to go. I don't call Chicago vacation because I lived there for 11 years, so it's home. So, but yeah. Ah, oh, what's up? Okay, Baddest. Yeah, look at you with your switching your names. Wait, hold on, I haven't chased it yet. Oh, it's so good. And it's extra dry. Oh, you can't see that because the sun. Look at me using my natural lighting. No filter. This is why I like to film at this time, because the lighting is just perfect. So, oh, thank you, Chef. Thank you. Hey, Brooklyn born. Thank you. Y'all so sweet. Y'all so kind. I did a stream the other day, and I thought I had loaded up on StreamYards, but for some reason it got disconnected. So I have to do this whole StreamYard again. So, hi. I have people in the chat this time. There was no one, and you know what it was? My silly, goofy self didn't load it up to YouTube. Yeah. So let's talk about me for a moment before we get to the fuckery. Oh, I look young. Thank you. I'm trying to keep it that way. Yes. because I'm 30 right now. So eventually someone's going to find out how old I am. Let's just say I'm a millennial and I'm an older one. All right. So yeah, I have friends flying in from Arizona, St. Louis, which is technically my hometown, Missouri. Uh, but my homegirls here in the Bay Area are coming through. You know, it's going to be. I have a feeling that my liver is going to hurt. And when I get back to Cali, I'm going to have to detox. So, but okay, we'll talk about a little bit more of me. Oh, thank you. Them Creole jeans and those jeans. But genetics is tricky now. I mean, let me just, black people do wear sunblock, okay? And especially if you're light like me, under eyes. Under eyes are very, I've been protecting my face for a while, so we yellow people need to be careful and put something for those bags, you know what I'm saying? Or you're going to be looking like Bootsy, but light skinned, even more coonish. Oh, speaking of, I did watch that Breakfast Club interview with Boozy. Did someone hurt him? He gives me DL vibes. Like, I know this is going to be unpopular, but I don't care. I don't like him. I've seen enough of Negroes growing up in St. Louis like him. I'm cool on that. Ain't nothing appealing. But I watched that interview, and it was it lets me know there's a lot of unintelligent folk in our community, because the thing is the hypocrisy of what he was talking about. If you guys haven't seen the Breakfast Club interview with Lil Boosie, and plus those Charlemagne and DJ Envy and Angela Yee are terrible interviewers. Terrible. It pains me when they're trying to like have kind of a serious conversation and they just don't ask the right questions. And it does give me, I will say this much, it does give me record label like, don't say, well, he is independent, but they ask those industry questions. They don't get to the meat of it. And I also too, they play favorites, so that's why they didn't give them, and so whatever. He's a rich man. He's a rich man, but I want him to keep it rich too, so he can keep that up for his family. I want generational wealth. My thing is about little Booz, is he little anymore? About Boozy is the fact that you're sitting up here talking about, the LGBTQ, yet you did order a prostitute for your underage child. A grown prostitute. That's some brother polite shit to me, right? But we turn the other way. See, here's the thing. Even I am picking this out because I've listened to the men in the manosphere, and I'm even asking y'all. Y'all brothers are looking out the other way too, because what little Boozy did was provide someone to molest his son, paid for it. But we're not talking about that. But we're talking about gay shit, right? That doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. And you can't really say much on anything when you are preventing pedophilia to your son. But anyway, check out the interview. I skipped through some of it. I did like what's her face, Monroe. You know who I'm talking about. The the transgender lady, but she's been around forever. I She was on there, and she's a transgender. She's a comedian. She's hilarious. Flame Monroe. I knew it was going to come to me, but she spoke her facts, and the reason why I do like Flame Monroe as well is because that Flame Monroe. Yeah, thank you, Allie. um, because she isn't soft. She is rough around the edges. She's very, very true in how, you know, I do agree with her when she talks about how people in the LGBTQHIZ, I am an ally, are very sensitive to certain things. I, but I also, she also talks about how we have a lot of DL and homophobia in our community. And we as Black people, ally or not ally, we know that there's a lot of DL in our community. And some of y'all's homies might be one of them right now, having gay sex, which I'm okay with. You know why? Because it ain't my business. That's why I don't care. And it's so funny to me people care about what they do in the bedroom. It ain't our goddamn business. Just let her be of age and let him be of age, Brother Polite. L. L. I don't understand. There's people taking up for a pedophile. Is that what's going on? Oh, and I was in the chat. What was it? Queen's Throne. Shout out to Queen's Throne. Because she takes this shit really seriously. Ed Sinetta came in on the panel. And I'm glad it was a small group. It was only, it was an intimate group of people in the chat because it was late. But the statement that Netta said in that Queen's Throne chat, I don't have it pinned. I don't recall the timestamp, but you should check out the whole thing if you can. But see, Allie, I do too. But what Sinetta said was very, very troubling. And this lets you know these Negroes have been frauds the whole time. Queenstone was serious about her stuff, and she was letting them know, like, you've allowed these people into the Black community and you have to take some accountability for what you've done. All we want is for you to say accountability, take accountability. But for some reason, it's so hard for these people to do that. And oh, what's up, Ghetto Intellect? Hello, hello, hello. I'm having a Prosecco before my red eye. So I have time with you guys today. But yes, going back to the BP or Sinetta, and he said to her, I'm paraphrasing, but he said to Queen's Throne, so what are you going to do about it? You guys should just check it out. But just the arrogance, the unsympathetic nature of this person, this man is evil. If you saw any of that, when did he join the panel? He joined the panel, it was kind of late. I believe that, let's see, I can look and see, I can find out now. Good evening. Buenas noches, Ernesto. I'm sorry about that. Hey, Darian, what's going on? What's on? Let's see. I'm looking for oh, I'm on. Yikes. I hate looking at myself live. Or ooh. Sorry, guys. I will find out. But it was from a Monday Night Queen's Throne. Forgive me. Uh, oh, it might have been taken down. Oh, uh-oh. It might have been taken down. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. Yes. Uh, yes, it's from a day ago. I don't, let's see, find out when. Aggie was on the panel. Exclude them. I know it got Preach was on the panel. The case of what? As the beyond. Let's see. When is this timestamp? I'm doing this all by finger, y'all. Okay, so there's the hour and 54 minute. I don't think that's where it starts. But he's on the panel at the hour and 54 minute and 53 second. So, okay, enough of me searching for timestamps. Let's talk, okay? But yeah, so if you want to check that episode out, please do. You really get to see how just vile these people are, you know. But yeah, going back to the Brother Polite thing, this shit's wild. Why are there still allies? Oh, just like there, I guess there are R. Kelly allies too, right? Like you have some really crazy people coming into these chats saying like, well, how do we know that's his DNA? And if that little girl, didn't like do it, like what? And then that crazy lady, I'm sure you've heard on the YouTube streets saying she had the Jezebel spirit, a 14-year-old have a Jezebel spirit and basically hold him down until he ejaculate. Like these wild concepts of trying to protect a hemophile. Y'all got some issues. What's up, James? Oh, y'all talking. Anywho, let me drink slow, okay? But yeah, I've seen some really disturbing, like, this man, we all know how flawed the justice system is, okay? We know this. But when it comes to DNA science, it's really, really hard to fight and say he's not guilty. I mean, hell, a brother in Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, I believe in Philadelphia, just got set free because of DNA evidence. It proved that this brother wasted 25 years of his life because of not having his DNA evidence. The people they were too lazy to do the job with DNA evidence. So DNA evidence helps us more with brothers getting out of jail than sending them to jail. It's hard to really fuck up with science. It really is. I just don't. Happy birthday, Candy! Dude, yeah, fellow Virgo. I said happy birthday to you earlier in the in-laws chat. And so, fellow Virgo, salute you. I am drinking a nice extra dry Prosecco. Very dry. Looks tingles down on the throat. Yes. Salute, salute. But that's right, Virgo love. That's what I'm talking about. And it's the fact of the matter with the whole Brother Polite stuff. People are really trying to conjure up this whole thing. There's the dude. It's just. And here's another fun fact, y'all. And I know you guys know this. He's had a pattern. So you think that this person that has a pattern, and then another gentleman has talked about his wife's family member being touched. And then now this, wouldn't you think this person's guilty? I don't know. You tell me. Uh-oh. Oh, it's the Virgos. Attack of the Virgos! No! No! I gotta just get that third thing going. No! Anyway. Oh, look at my natural lighting. It's doing weird things. She's sunny, she's shady. She's sunny, she's shady. Sunny and shady. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please. Hi, Miss Rosalind. Oh, I got all the muchachas up in here. All right. Rock and roll. I like this kind of send-off party. All right. Ooh, I'm going to need a... Chicago is one of my that's my home. I mean, though I'm originally from Missouri, I spent 11 years of my life in Chicago, so I always get very nostalgic when I go. So, but I ain't going back. Fuck no. Hell no, I'm never going back. Never go back. Move forward. We're actually talking about the boy and I are possibly going to spend Christmas in Portugal. That's if. Oh, thank you, Miss Rosalind. Thank you. Yeah, and is he from Brooklyn? I wouldn't doubt it. Chicago and New York have the kind of same elements, you know. That's why I like Chicago, because it's an old city filled with old, dirty, grimy politics, but also at the same time, because the neighborhood I lived in Humboldt Park. Bop, 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 bop. That would be where the Puerto Rican flag is, if you're familiar, which is gentrified, and them Puerto Ricans do not like it. Shout out to Humboldt Park. I'll be there mañana. But I left around the right time because the place, I had a beautiful cottage house right by, across from Humboldt Park, which is a beautiful park, bop, 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 where they like to shoot. But when I left 8 years ago, Mr. Gentry was coming through, buying up properties, and all these, you know, Puerto Rican families that were there for decades, since the 60s, were being pushed out. And what's up? Hi, Classic Corporation. Yes. Oh, well, thank you, Brooklyn born. See, he learned the gangstering from both places, being born in Brooklyn and killing in Chicago. Oh, and I know exactly where his house is, and I think I've dated a relative of his. I went through an Italian phase. It's long story. It was in the mid 2000s. Okay, just Italians are hood. They would hang up. Just okay, never mind. But moving on. So yeah, you know, I haven't been back home since 2019 because obviously we had the pandemic and what have you. But we are now trying to go to Portugal for the holidays to see hubby's family who lives in the UK. So, we're trying to do that. I'm kind of nervous about going back home though. And it's not what you think. I'm nervous about the flight. I'm nervous about one of these crazy ass like saltines like being anti-mask and freedom and like disrupting the flight and stuff. And you're like, oh shit, man, I was asleep. That's been a trend because these some of these gringos are going like, I don't know if it's because they just got the memo on the low birth rates, or they really think wearing a mask is taking away their freedom. I don't know, but let's just say I'm glad I did not book a Southwestern or Southwestern, a Southwest or a West flight or a American, because American Airlines just stopped. They're suspending alcohol all their flights until January. Take note, you guys, if you're traveling anywhere, American Airlines suspended alcohol until January of 2022. Why? Because some of these people are ruining it for us. I took United, which still ain't shit, but at least I know I'm gonna have alcohol. You still look at you, Brooklyn born. Still, you love you some Capone. You know what? He died of syphilis. That's a way to go. That's a way to go, right? Just having the dirty D. Ooh, natural lighting. See, this is that awkward period of time where it's like, where's she gonna go? This is gonna hurt people's eyes if I like this. Oh, it's gonna hurt my fucking eyes. Exactly. What the fuck? Yeah. Hello. Howdy. Let's see. But yeah, yes, Ali. Yeah, you used to work in this business. Yeah, American Airlines did suspend their alcohol. It. Thank God I have great friends that let me know this, and thank God I did not book American Airlines. So, but yeah, that's one thing that's been making me nervous. Is I love to fly, but the last time I've flown, it was when my father passed back in the fall and back in October. So, I wasn't even in my right state of mind. But now flying, since there's been this trend about the whole mask situation, that is what makes me nervous. Because now I'm like, man, I got my earphones on, I'm watching some shitty movie, free movie on the flight, or reading a book. I don't want to have my phone on deck. I usually tuck my phone and chill. So, see, I know free alcohol, but you know what I'm going to do when I get to the airport tonight? I'm going to ask for an upgrade. Just, you're right, Allie. You're right. I mean, I need to stop. I've grown out of the age of like getting the cheapest flight or what have you. We're so past that. Like, whoever flies Spirit Airlines, you don't know how to fly. And one of my favorite airlines who I miss was Virgin. I used to fly Virgin all the time, and it was great. It was posh. It was mid-level, where I will spend the extra $100 for an airline when Virgin was around, but now they were brought by Alaskan. So, and you can tell when you get on an Alaskan airline, check out the inside of the charter. You can tell it's like an old Virgin aircraft. So, but anyway, but yeah, I just don't want to deal with any anti-maskers and anti-vaccine fucks. I don't want to deal with any of that. It just And I'm they have shrimp. Fun with whiskey? Yes and no. I do agree with get what you can afford, but you got to be careful with getting what you can afford. Now, now I don't mean like, by all means don't spend it on first class. I'm saying like a step up from like going like Spirit is trash. Spirit is just there's just no hell to the nah. I've flown Spirit airline once and never again. And I was being very thrifty and cheap. And then Frontier, I will never do Frontier again because they always want to connect. And this is when I'm going into the Midwest. So those two airlines go to the Midwest a lot. I will do Southwest and I will suffer with not, without the alcohol, what have you. But if you know what Spirit did to their customers recently, you will see why I do not suggest them. Not at all. And you know what? That's that is true. You're putting perspective, but people can afford to fly Southwest too. And they were out before Spirit. That's what I'm saying. Look, you do. Oh, you want to do the alley thing. I dig that. I would do the RV thing. I like to travel. Nah, I'm not from Brooklyn. I'm from Southwest Missouri. I'm from the Ozarks, baby. I'm from this town. Look, I'm doxing myself. I'm from this town called Springfield, Missouri. Uh, and then I moved to St. Louis my high school years and then said, hell no, I'm not staying here. Got a scholarship and went to art school in Chicago and stayed in Chicago. The lighting. It's like I'm in like one of those movies. What movie am I thinking of? Ah. Okay, that's enough. That's a little bit better now. This That'll help a little bit. Sorry, we're at a weird angle. Fun with the whiskey. Yeah, I respect that. Oh yeah, of course. And the thing is, and here's something. Let me like not sound like I'm too much of a snob either, because I get it. Because I still travel megabus, not Greyhound, megabus, and I'm not too proud to ever take a megabus from Northern California to LA. I am not too proud because I want to cut my costs. And plus, going into LAX sometimes is a nightmare. And having people pick you up, and which now I do fly down to LA and what have you. But listen, I am not too proud. So hear me out on that. So I totally get it. I totally get it. When a natural disaster hits, will be tons. Oh, wait, what did I miss? Oh, you're talking about the RV thing? You know, here in the West Coast, we have to worry about earthquakes, so you're not far off, my dear. She got a transfer. What? I don't know what that means. Speaking of boats, classic. I'm going to talk about me for 60 seconds or maybe 90. Um, so this is the last time I'm ever, ever, ever going to let my mother plan a birthday party for me because it took me back. The dog, my dog is scratching at the door. It took me back to when I was like 13 years old. My mom's been planning this birthday since the beginning of the year. And when all I wanted was for me and the boy to possibly, let's go to Mexico. Let's, do this. But my mom's like, no, I'm going to plan your birthday. It's a milestone. And if mom says she wants to plan your birthday party, your inner 10-year-old self is just going to say, okay, and roll with the punches. So mom, she planned my birthday, and so we're having a little yacht party along with a dinner at my boss's new restaurant. But I just wanted to talk about basically the whole mother and daughter thing, especially as you get older. Like my mom is 63. Yeah. And so I'm about to hit a milestone. And the dynamic never changes, I've noticed, especially you want. I have a feeling this is the last, basically, I know this is the last time my mother is ever going to possibly plan a birthday party for me because I won't let her the next time. But it's also cute, also at the same time, that she still wants to do this, especially being of the fact that, my I lost one parent not that long ago, and my father and I share the same birthday. He's the 29th, and I'm the 29th. So, it's going to be the first year without him uh, on his birthday, or our birthday. That's one thing. Coming from being a child of divorce, you know, parents miss birthdays and what have you. But, it's, ah, I guess I just want to show appreciation to like having parents and having structure and seeing all these people and, you know, certain people that you get in, being in these chats, you start to read people and you kind of start to hear their story. And then, because you already know your story as so, but you don't know if you want to tell your story, what have you, but you get to, and then also to how people act and what have you, and how people react to conflict. So I have to say that I am truly blessed because being in these YouTube streets, my shit was not as rough. um, but getting back to the fact that mothers and daughters never change. Um, oh, thanks, Allie. Thank you. You know, here's the thing. Like my father and I share the same birthday, but there was some birthdays I would get mad because he didn't call me because we share the same birthday. So why wouldn't you call me? And this is, of course, after my parents' divorce, and that happens. But like in my 30s, my late 20s and 30s, oh, my eyes burning. Ah, ooh, look at me trying to shed a tear, and it backfired. Oh, sorry, my eye is burning. Um, I'm glad I don't have any eye makeup on. I would have been looking like a coon. Hold on one second. See me pick the sadness out my eyes. Okay, eyes are watery. Meanwhile, at the ranch. So, what was I saying? Oh, so mothers and daughters. So her and I have been going back and forth about my party and stuff, and her not communicating, and just it just took me back to my 13th birthday party before I moved to St. Louis, and it was awful. No one showed up. My mom planned my birthday, and that plan did not go well. And I even said that to her. I brought up something from the '90s, and then that next week. This is about 2 weeks ago. Sorry, y'all. My eye is still tripping. Woo! I didn't even go full Niagara, and then my eye starts to burn. I'm starting to notice something, ladies. As you get older, your eyes get oilier. And when you wear eyeshadow, which thank God I don't have any on, it smears. I don't My mama told me about this. Oh God. Anywho, ugh, my eye's still burning. Hold on. Ah, hold on, y'all. Oh, oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Okay, I'm better. I'm gonna have to do it like this, so I'm gonna do the live like this. Um, yes, but mothers and daughters are something else because it doesn't matter at any age, mothers and daughters are assholes. So, but what's sad is, what's sad is the fact that I see sometimes in our community we don't have that same love. Hey, sweet Vampy, how you doing, love? I like Sweet Vampy. She's a dog. Ah, Mr. Sims, what's going on? Sorry, I have the sun in my eyes right now. I'm We're using natural lighting, and so this is what happens. No shade. Shade. uh but oh, thanks. Right on. I appreciate that. Sweet Vampy just subbed to me. Allie looks, yeah, she looks like she was born in 1994. Yeah, that was 28 years ago. I should get some shades. Thank you, sweet Vampy. You're right. I will get some shades. Why did I think about that? See, this is why I hang around smart people. A little bit better now. Oh, right. I was talking about mothers and daughters. Well, bitches are crazy. That's the end of that. All right, let's get into some fuck shit. I just saw. Why did I just see, this is from 3 days ago, I believe, that Clyde Diva sent Diet Melon her some like booty clapping like photo to her husband. Uh wow, dude. Wow. Like I know I'm like late, because well, I got shit to do in life. But I just watched like there was like a 28-minute live with Diet, and why am I acting like I should be surprised by this person doing that? Like they're they're married, and even if so, they are a team. Why would you even do that? Yeah, I'm getting to some fuck shit. See, this is why I've unsubscribed from Clyde Diva, because that insecurity right there says a lot. How dare you email a salacious like photo and then put a cash app like you're some kind of prostitute? Ew. Ew. Like everyone knows that they are a married couple. I mean, there are certain things that I know that you shouldn't cross boundaries. But it seems like everyone in these streets for the past, like, there's no morals. And you're seeing all these people with no morals just popping out. And the fact, and I even heard the pain in like Miss Diet's voice. That hurt me. Like, yeah, how dare you? And what is this for? What is this for? For some you, honey? Like, do I need to hold on? I'm almost out. I'm waiting for the sun to get out of my face because I need to practice my dragging before I go to Chicago because I have some friends that I'm going to drag in their face. Clyde Diva, do you know you just oozed the utmost insecure, low self esteem move that one could ever do as a 39-year-old woman with 3 children, one who is 21 years old, and then 2 are still minors? What kind of representative are you doing, especially if you have a young Black daughter? Do you think the representation that you're putting on your children is going to be, I don't know, positive? But let's not talk about the kids because they're innocent. Let's talk about you. Though you have not done anything, not much to me. Well, I mean, you calling me, get your intelligent teacher ass, light skin ass out of here. If you think that was insulting and a drag, okay, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. But seeing as you and I are within the Bay Area perimeters, there is something wrong with you. I mean, we actually, for low income women, we actually have some of the best programs to help with that mental illness. And it doesn't seem like you're taking any, I mean, is it working for you? I mean, I do know some programs in Silicon Valley that will totally help with the fact of your mental illness is out of control. And also too, the drinking is, and let me not be a hypocrite because I'm crazy too. I will put, I won't do that. But I would never send some salacious photos to a married man or a man that is taken or to any man since I have one. Now, I do talk about me having some kind of open relationship and what have you, which I do. I do. But that is because I have the confidence, both him and I do have that confidence within each other to do such a thing. But it seems like your confidence is more mid level to a someone who has just started kindergarten, as if you are afraid of your ABCs and your one, two, threes, or you don't know where to keep from touching and, don't cut in the line. But again, you don't have any morals. And though, I do have my heathen ways and I do talk about the institution of marriage and I'm still, there's certain things I have to deal with, but there's something that I was raised in as a former Catholic. I am not religious, I'm spiritual, but as a former Catholic, as something I got out of Christianity was to never disrespect someone's marriage and their covenant, their home. That is something that I knew very, very early on. Even in my thought days, I even knew better not to even parlay with a man who is sharing their life with someone else. I even knew that. But I'm seeing that there's no moral integrity. I'm seeing that you in your late 30s, because we are around the same age, my dear. We are. But even if within my wild days of doing my dirt, my grime, which is not recorded, because you'll never see me thirsty like that, like so. The moral compass, and I see how you talk about you were raised in the church. This is why people raised in the church scare me. Yeah. Because it's people in the church sometimes, like not all, but some, like yourself, who were the biggest whores. I mean, I almost lost my virginity to a church whore. And thank God I said absolutely not. And at that time, I was 15. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I didn't lose my virginity till I was 20 because it was my choice at that time. Because after that experience from the choir boy, the church boy, the preacher's son, I was like, nah, I'm not comfortable with this. This made me uncomfortable. It made me icky. But I guess you didn't get that. I'm seeing that there's certain values and what have you. Because also too, there were values along the way that I was raised with that my parents, even after my parents' divorce, I still have my grandparents and my aunts and uncles in structure. Though they were had their dysfunctional moments, but there's certain things that is just you just don't do. And even if it's not a joke, it's not funny, it's not cute. It actually makes you look worse than that whole incident that happened with you traveling to New York, and then we have the Cleveland incident, and now you're adding all your salaciousness and your low value self. And no, I'm not doing that Kitten Hill shit, low value. I'm talking about low value when it comes to your spirit and how you treat your body, your temple. Because there's nothing wrong with being a freak. There's nothing wrong with getting it in. Absolutely not. But when you are trying to create and trying to break someone's matrimony by being that way, that says a lot about you. And it says that your morality, you being a preacher's daughter, I don't think you got anything out of that. I don't. I mean, trust me. I play on the dirt, but there's morals that and wouldn't you as a woman, as an adult woman, feel a little bit embarrassed and shame by this? Because this is like kind of like very juvenile. It is something that, my 22-year-old self who was drunk and high would do just to be obnoxious because I was being a cunt. Though even my 22-year-old self who would have been drunk and obnoxious and was still being a cunt, I still wouldn't have done that. I still wouldn't have done that. But we're in our late 30s and we're about to hit a milestone. And so this is why it's very important, ladies, to my young ladies. This is why it's very important not to have kids very early on, because you don't want to be a kid acting like a kid at a certain age, because that means you regressing into that teenager that you missed out on being. This is why birth control, ladies and gentlemen, this is why it's healthy to know yourself and who you are as a person, so you can avoid being an asshole like such. I mean, I'm that kind of like, it didn't blow my mind, but I heard how hurt she was, because this is nothing. It was nothing to drag about. It was it was nothing to be like, fuck you, bitch. It's just like, I'm actually really fucking hurt. And how dare you? Because I would have been the same way. Like, how dare you? I can't even say fuck you because why? And you could tell, uh-oh, the dog's coming in. Oh, you hear the dogs? Oh, what? Well, fine. Fuck you too, dog. That was one of my dogs. But, uh-oh, one second. Uh-oh. All right. We're back. Yeah, it is right. And of course, a lot of people, this is something that is just the utmost tacky, disrespectful, trashy, back alley. I wish my dog would stop opening my door. My dog is, but no, it was, and I do hope she hears this, because you're probably going to drag me and you're probably going to say I'm jealous of you. Ah, jealous of you. Wait a minute. Did she really have a video today? Well, she had a video today of, what was she talking about? Traveling? Would she be hired to travel? Some shit. Ooh, child. Let me be a little bit arrogant. I'm gonna be a little asshole. Can I be booked and flew out? Honey, it should be, can I be booked and flown out? Flew and flown. It'd be flown out, not flew. And flew out. Yeah. Flown, it would be, yeah. But why are you asking this right now? Like, what is, like, are we going into a level of like selling our soul? Because you already sold your pussy. So now, is your soul? Is that what we're doing next? Because I want to know, because I don't want to bid on it and I don't want to watch it. I don't want that hex. I play with the spirits. I don't want none of that. Mm-mm. But shout out to uh, Diet. I'm sorry that Lie Diva did that to you. I don't believe. Here's the thing. I think that was the utmost disrespect, and I think you held your own like a lady, and you didn't. You. I'm glad you held your own, and you surprised me by holding back and not saying anything, and I knew you were really hurt by that. So that's not cool. Not cool at all. And then to be in the comments and laugh and just laugh. Ha 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 ha. I'm sorry. Ha, ha, ha. This is why she is going to be one of those women that are going to be alone in a bar drinking at the end, the far end. Once all the kids are out of the house, either one of two things. She might be at the broad at the end of the bar that takes randoms home since the kids are gone, or she's going to be the broad that lives in the house and just doesn't come out and just drinks. Because when you have no moral code, especially at this age, kind of tells me, well, you're set in your ways at this point, and this is who you are. Yeah. My skin is glowing. Yes. But we'll move on from that. I can't talk about that tragedy anymore. Like I don't watch her. It looks like I don't have a shirt on. I have a shirt on. I notice it looks like I'm like, oh no, she looks like she doesn't have anything on. I have a shirt on, yes. It's just designed funny. And which I need to be careful about because I'm one of those people that travel like a European because living with a European for about 7 years. Text message. Because living with a European, you learn how to travel like one. So I have one of those fucking backpacks, which is great. Um, but I can never learn how to just pack with one bag. I always have to have two. And the other one has to be shoes. I've cut down a little bit. Like I don't put as much makeup. Ever since COVID, I've been doing a little bit less makeup. As you can see, I think I can turn this off now. Yes, I can. The sun is going that way. Um, yeah, I've been doing less makeup, so don't have to travel with that. Um, it's the clothes, and plus I'll be in Chicago, and it's going to be my birthday weekend, so I gotta dress like an asshole. Hmm. European travel. Europeans and travel don't mix with me. I'm all that could mean black European too. There are black Europeans, classic corporation. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But yeah, the backpack thing. What is this? Hey, I am. I like Allie. You know why I like Allie? Here is why I like Allie. Because I have a feeling that Allie and I have kind of like the sense of kind of like the same kind of things. And I think how we were raised and how we grew up. And I have a feeling That Allie, were you made fun of because of the way you talk and you talk white, or you're trying to be better and blah blah blah, when all you were trying to do was just be nice and like, hi, or a jokester or what have you, not being an asshole. I turned into an asshole, but just, being polite and what have you. Classic recreation says no. Because I'm in the beef. I'm going back. I'm in the beef sector as well. Am I in the beef sector? I'm in no sector. Scratch that. I'm in no sector. But I do hear still to this very day where there's this thing where you talk white. And oh, thank you, Mr. Sims. Oh, there's trouble brewing. There's trouble. Smash it, Trish. What's up, Trish? Thank you, Mr. It is Virgo season, Trish. Smash it. You've been creating some shit, Trish. Ooh, child. Hello, Miss Trish. I do like you. I just like to be playful with you because I know you're absurd. You're absurd. I get it. I get it. You should see me in the real world. No, seriously, you should really see me in the real world. I'm really upset. I'm very conservative online. Yeah, see, Virgos are, where I think here's the thing about Virgos. I always thought we were misrepresented because there's such a when I was growing up, I didn't know too many Virgos. I knew more Leos. But in my adulthood, I've more people my friends or people like yourselves that I've met. We Virgos are very, very different. Like I read someplace that Virgos were supposed to be dramatic. I am not dramatic. I like to have the last word. Oh, your birthday's tomorrow. Hey, you guys, happy birthday to Trish. Y'all need to smash it when she goes online tomorrow. Happy birthday. Oh, it is Virgos. It's raining Virgos. Hallelujah. It's raining Virgos. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you where around. I'll tell you all my hands. Monday moon and God bless Mother Nature. That's all I remember. Yeah, happy. There's so many Virgos. Candy was here for a Virgo. Allie, you're sad, just right. Trish, oh my gosh. All of us weirdos are Virgos. I will say that. Virgos are eclectic. And that's one thing I found like weird. I'm like, we're not dramatic, we're eclectic. We don't we work in different kind of the not so normal way of, I don't want to say society, strategizing in certain ways. So, and see, Sweet Vampy knows. She has a lot of Virgo friends, so she knows the fact that they come in different mental shades and sizes. That thank you, very eccentric. We are Michael Jackson, well, Billie Holiday, Beyonce. I mean, I know I was talking about my being born on my dad's birthday, but Michael Jackson. And what's weird is he died on my mom's birthday, so that's really bit. Who else is there? Was some. There's a couple other important people burn, burned on August 29th. Just be happy your birthday. You're not a Virgo. That's September 11th. Just be happy. Anyway, 29th birthdays. Let's see. I know famous birthdays. So, okay, like I said, Michael Jackson. Oh, who the fuck are the rest of these people? Okay, I know who Leah Michelle is. Who is? Oh my God, John McCain was August 29th? Well, I mean, at least before he died, he did something right. I mean, if any of you guys know who John McCain is, you should. At least he died on a high note because he's got a lot of low lives. Chris Hadfield, some astronaut, Brody Smith, is it Courtney Snowden? Like, there's a bunch of fuck. Ingrid Bergman, I know who that is. She is. Oh, Carla Giudagino. Oh, I know who she is. She's August 29th. Who are the rest of these people were a bunch of fucktods. I don't know. I don't, I was trying to look up what people born on August 29th. Number one, Michael Jackson. Number two, Courtney Snowden. Oh no, her. Number three, Thomas Trussell. He's a football manager. Oh, Elliot Gould. I like him. He's an actor. James Hunt. He's a race driver out of England. Marcus knows him. I know who. Carlo Giorgino. Okay, so if you guys don't know who Carlo Giorgino is, it's this white lady. So she was in one of my favorite movies when I was a kid called with Shelley Long, Troop Beverly Hills, when she was like 12. And then I was in a Pauly Shore a lot. So she was in that movie Son in Law. And then she was like in Entourage and stuff. She's all over the place. I like her. She's August 29th. Akimi Najaruna, he's an actor from India. Richard Attenborough, I know who he is. He's a politician, British. Charlotte Ritchie, another British actress. Emily Ham, John McCain again. I never knew that motherfucker shoot. Ingrid Bergman. Oh, she died on her birthday in 1982. Oh, wait a minute. Was she the one that was in the car? Okay. Oh, so Ingrid Bergman is Isabel Rossellini's mother. I hope y'all know who Ingrid Bergman is. She's a classic actress. I don't know who Liam Payne is. Vishal Krishna. Joel Schumacher. Joe Schumacher, who did the horrible, well, he was the director of Lost Boys, one of my favorite movies. And then he did the horrible Batman movie with Val Kilmer uh, and the one with George Clooney. Yeah. Leah Michelle, R.I.P. Omar Sanchez. I don't know who that is. Oh, Rebecca De Monet. So if you guys don't know who Rebecca De Monet is, who also shares August the 29th, watch Risky Business. You know the one who played the whore? Rebecca De Monet. And this great movie called And God Created Movie, which is Woman, which is based off a French film and play. Wolfgang Bizoni, some John Locke, very important. He is the father of classical liberalism. Steve Clark, a football player. Gigi, oh fuck. Okay, quick story. Okay, so the person that I share a birthday with, Gigi Allen. Okay, so this guy. So I like punk rock music. I like some metal. I used to be into it a lot harder, and so living in Chicago, Gigi Allen is. There's a lot of stories, and so some of the punk rockers and one of the guys I used, one of my ex-boyfriends, get the fuck out of here, software update. One of my ex-boyfriends was in a band and used to work with Gigi Allen way back in the day. So Gigi Allen is this punk musician who was notorious for doing antics. Um, he was a fucking weirdo. Um, so yeah, basically he died of a drug overdose, but like he would like do like shit on the stage and stuff like that. Mr. Simmons, no. You know who Gigi Allen is. Thank you, Mr. Sims. Oh, I knew there would be somebody up in here that would know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he used to do some weird shit. And yeah, he died of a drug overdose, but um, he's legendary in the punk world. That is true. No, not yet. I will be in at 6 a.m. I will be. But and I've watched that the decline of Western civilization that came out in what 81, and then there's two. Yeah, because oh, what's her face? Penelope Spears directed that. And if you guys don't know who Penelope Spears is, she directed Clueless, and also this great documentary called "The Decline of Western Civilization" from the early '80s, which is really good. So, yes. So I did not know I shared a birthday with Gigi Allen. So lets me know how hardcore I am. Leona Chernavakar, Indian actress. Dante Brasco, with Makuma. Nicole Breyer, I like her. Charlie Parker was the other one. I knew. So Charlie Parker was the other one that I share a birthday with on the 29th from Kansas City. Shout out. Jennifer Landon, and then a bunch of other. Oh, I know who he is. Okay. All right. So, how am I going to put Charlie Parker all the way in the back? Like, Charlie Parker's pretty freaking important. They put him like all the way at like number 15 as important people. I'm like, oh my God. Isabel Sanford and I share the same birthday too. Who is Isabel Sanford? Does that name recollect to anyone? Isabel Sanford? I'll give you a little hint. That's Isabel Sanford. She was Louise. All right, so okay, so that's enough. All right, let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat. I want to feel like I'm neglecting you. Yeah, see, Mr. Sims knows. Dude, I have punk rock tattooed on my leg for a reason. Ernesto got that. Yeah, right on. Ah, man. But anyway, let's see. Oh, it's almost. I'm gonna end it now. Well, listen, you guys, it's been real. It's been real fun. Um, I don't want to be too ornery. Oh, before I go, have you guys been checking out the whole ABBA and Preach versus Fish and Fry? I mean, Fresh and Fish. I mean, Fish and Fit. Man, I'm a big Preach and ABBA supporter. I have been for a long time. And so, like, there's also some drums over there in the manosphere. Negroes having problems on these YouTube streets, eh? Yeah, somebody's gonna need some help. Yes, she does like unique people. Mr. Sims, you better stop. Why should she interview Beasley? But Beasley interviews himself every day. I love his stories. His stories are great. It makes me want to like do some research on some of these stories, seriously, especially when they're like some stories from the Bay Area from like back in the day. Like I want to be like fucking Carmen San Diego or some shit, you know? Like, ooh, was this in the newspaper back in September 2nd, 1983? Let me find it out. Let me be a sleuth here. Was new weave music? I like new wave, but if new weave is a new version, I probably listen to that one too. Oh, that's so funny. I'm gonna do a storytelling of when I come back. You are? I hope you are. You're gonna do a storytelling. Well, no, I'll post a little bit of stories. You'll probably be getting clips. You're not gonna be getting no lives. Nah, nah. Well, so long, farewell. I'll meet you to the end. So long, farewell. I'll get you in the end. So long, farewell. I'll meet you in the end.